Hi, good afternoon, everybody. Excuse me. My name is Robin, and this is my eclectic nest. Um, so today, what I want to talk about is signs and synchronicities. They're basically the same thing, FYI. Okay, so we've all been in that situation if about which way to turn. Say you have two options for a job, or you have two options for a mate, for a date. You don't know to go watch Ozzy, or you don't know to go see the Black Crows. You don't know which will be best for you. You know, the small things that you have to think about. Well, you could follow the signs. So, what is a sign? What is a synchronicity? Well, basically, they're the same thing. They tell you it's a guidepost, plain and simple. It's all it is. It's a guidepost. It is the universe, God, goddess, your soul group, or no, not your soul group. Well, it could be um what's the word I'm looking for? Your spiritual group, your guides, your angel, which we all have one, your ancestors, they lead you on your way. Um, your ascended master at the time, no matter if it's you know, Kuan Yin or Yeshua, Jesus, Buddha, um, it doesn't really matter. Um, it it teaches you, it shows you, like I said, which is the best way to go. It is people, the naysayers, as we call them, say that things are just a coincidence. Well, yeah, it is. It is co. Separate the word. It's co. Together. Incidents happening together, something happening, a coincidence that is two seemingly separate factors coming in together to show you the way. For instance, let's just say some of my coincidences, some of my synchronicities. Um, my dad died. My dad died a couple years ago. When I am having a hard time, um, and I ask for his guidance, I ask for his love. If CCR comes on, or the Beach Boys, or Meatloaf, one that my dad likes to use is the song Love Is All Around You by Tesla. I know, that is my dad. Those songs are assigned to me from my father, especially since we both he introduced me to the love of song and dance, that everything's going to be okay. That he's here, that he's around me. Even though, he just died. He got to go on the other part of his journey. I'm very happy for him. But of course you miss him, right? So, it could be anything like that. It could be, especially when your angels are trying to get your attention. Angels love to use dragonflies, and they love to use butterflies, and they love to use feathers, any kind of feathers. You see, and the thing is I want you guys to know that feathers, it doesn't have to be, it can be a synthetic feather. It doesn't have to be just a real feather. um that is a big one. Feathers are a big one. It's like, you're walking down the street and you don't know which way to go, um, or you feel an eerie feeling, walking down the street, and you're looking around for direction of where to go, and then all of a sudden you see a sign of a feather, because you pray. You take heed, you'll be okay. um Other way signs show up to us is through numbers, angel numbers, the sequence. You know what I'm talking about. 1111, 1111, 222, 22, 33, 333, 444, anything like that. 717. It's each of those numbers, especially the master numbers, 1111 or 11, 222, 3344, and so on, up to 999. Um, they're really big ones. They're monumental. Um, Anything to you, personal numbers. If you say you're looking for an apartment, right? And um, you have two options, okay? Um, and you ask, for guidance. You ask, for guidance. And especially if it's like, say, you're getting out of an abusive relationship or whatever, and one of the addresses is 772 Walnut Street. And then the other one is 555 Red Avenue, whatever. And let's say like I said, you're in an abusive relationship and you want to turn things around. Well, 555 might be the good one for you, because fives stand for change. They stand for something that needs, that the universe is saying, hey, this is the change. This is the road where you're going to change, where you're going to start healing. Um, Numbers are great. You can see them on your receipts. You can start seeing them on timestamps, on YouTube or whatever. You can see them on, did I say license plates? Yeah, you can see them on license plates. That's always fun. I see freaking numbers everywhere. Um, let's say you're between two partners, and somebody's born on um March 19th, right? And then the other person is born on 7/15, okay? July 15th, right? Um so did I say 19th? Yeah, doesn't matter. So let's say you ask for it, okay? And then you ask your angels, your guides, for a sign. Well, you go to the store, and lo and behold, your total is 719. You go, you look up to see what time it is, and it's 719. It happens like that. Um, it's quite phenomenal. Other signs come through songs. Signs can come through movies that you hear or watch. It can come through any literature that you read. It can come from a stranger's mouth. It can come um, in any shape or form. And your angels will always give you a sign. They will always, always, always give you a sign if you ask. Ask for something clear. Ask for it to be specific. So, like, I watch tarot on YouTube, and the one lady taught us to know. So you have to use discernment, right, when you're watching these tarots, because it's not a personal reading. It's just generalized energy coming in, and anything can come out, right? So naturally, some of these audiences on, these tarot channels can be anywhere from 700 to like 25,000, right? what's the probability that this reading's for you? Okay, what is the probability? Well, one thing you can do is ask for a specific card to come out. Um, I always ask for a specific card to come out. I won't tell you what mine is. But you can come up with your own. One time, I had a choice between um, two different men to love, and uh, I asked one time for the one guy, which one to do, or not literally, sorry, but which one to, the one what avenue should I pursue with either men? And I asked for a blue chicken, to see a blue chicken. The odder, the better. Because I feel, besides me being a weirdo and liking to see how creative and just silly I can be sometimes, um, I like the odd because it's specifically tailored to you. I mean, it may take some time for the sign to come through because it sometimes, depending on the sign that you ask for, it has to be an orchestration, of the divine. And um so I mean, keep that in mind. But it's good stuff, it's good stuff. um yeah, and I saw that blue chicken. About 2 months later, driving to Franklin, out, to visit a girlfriend outside, in Franklin. She lived, um outside of Woodstock, in this little uh village. I guess it's not a village, it's as big as some of the places around here, Franklin, but which is a beautiful little. It's a beautiful town to visit, by the way. If you ever do visit Woodstock, don't be afraid to stop in Franklin. It's a lot of record stores there, actually, a lot of vinyl stores, so it's pretty cool. But anyway, um, so lo and behold, I got that sign. Um, it was pretty nice. It pretty beautiful. Um, the way um, that I catch a lot of signs is mostly through feathers, the angel numbers, and music. Music is huge. Music is huge, universal, to answering any questions that you may have. Um, with that, though, I have to say is be careful, um, and make sure that you're ready for the answer, because not everything is as it seems. Um, you know, it, it it just is, and what's going to happen will happen regardless. Okay, so just I'm just letting you know. Just be prepared for the answer. Um, just be prepared for the answer, because it might not be exactly what you want, which is not a big deal, especially if you've been on this earth long enough. We've all looked back and it's like, thank God for unanswered prayers. Um, because obviously we're human and we're idiots and we can't see past our noses. No matter how spiritual you are, no matter how much yoga you do, or how much you meditate, it's just human nature. um yeah. So um it could come through, like like through dimes, money. When you find a penny, pick it up all day, have good luck. You guys know that. It can come through that. I especially know, like, from my angels too, another big one, especially when I was going through my divorce, is when I would see dimes. I would see a lot of dimes, which is good, because ten is the beginning of a new cycle. You break that 10 down to one. One plus zero is one. It's it's new beginnings. It's, you're on your way, which was very, very important to me, to know that. Because you think, it's the end, your only friend, the end, um, to quote the Lizard King. So, um, yeah, synchronicities, it can pop up anywhere. You can ask for a sign for the simplest thing. Um, that's in your life. You can ask for it, concerning some of the more complex issues, that you are facing, um, at any stage of your life. Uh, it's beautiful. They Don't be afraid to ask. Um, they love talking to us. That your angels love talking to you. They love it when you talk to them. They cannot interfere. So when you ask for a sign, they cannot interfere without your permission, because we have free will. Um, we're designed with free will, and um, they love it when you ask. Don't be afraid, and trust that you are getting the answer that you receive. Have faith in that. Have faith. Um, you know, Other signs are, other things can be, to answered prayers. It's like when you ask to be protected from your enemies, and then all of a sudden, some of these friends are falling off, or your spouse wants to leave you, or you get fired from a job. Um, you ask to be protected. Take it from a sign. Take it as a sign that that friend that left your life is your enemy. They're not doing you good somehow. Rest assured, if you, ask for, you get fired from your job, it's a sign that there's more for you. Take heed in that there's a new beginning, that there's something else. Um, if you know, take it as a sign. It's like give you a sign that you're supposed to be with somebody, or not to be with somebody, um, and you just happen to catch him, flirting with another girl in front of you, and it's weird because you never noticed him or her flirting in front of another person before. It never came to the forefront. Take it as a sign. You know, um, Especially if you knew that person, you've been with that person for a while. Listen, listen to what the world's trying to tell you. Um, Listen, we are not down here by ourselves, no matter what people want to think. You are not alone. But the thing is you have to interact with the universe. You have to interact. The angels and everybody else, your guides, are not, they can only do so much. They can only do so much. You need to, um, interact with them and show, so you can really see what is good for you and what's not, what you should be doing or not be doing. Um, Signs and synchronicities, signs everywhere, signs. Now, you can get lost. You can get lost in it. You can feel like you're running in circles. If that is the case, make sure that you are listening to your guides and not your ego. Okay? Two, um, you have to have discernment. You have to pray. Don't be afraid to also ask if this was a sign. You'll also get a sign on a sign. Um, but you have to have discernment of what information is coming to you. Okay, so when you ask for a sign, usually the more precise you can get, the more outlandish you can get, the more you will feel satisfied that this is actual sign from you, for you, I mean. Um, yeah, Feathers. Gotta love the feathers. So the thing is, and it's too much to get into right now, but as I alluded to, everything has their own special meaning. So, let's take the ones and fives that we already talked about. If you keep seeing fives, um, and this just happened to a friend of mine on Facebook, they mentioned that they kept seeing fives, 555. The total was $5.50. Something that is a sign that something has to change. That's what those numbers mean. Now, 111, told you, twin flame, that is a divine number. But ones in themselves are a new beginning. Nines are the end of it. Okay, so we can get in tarot, and people know if you see the 10 of wands or the 10 of swords, they're pretty freaking scary cards. Okay, when you see them, but don't, because it means that it's over, that you completed this part. The tarot with 10 of swords is some soldier laying there looking like Julius Caesar after his assassination with 10 swords sticking out of his back. No, no, especially if you're, being asked to being protected from your enemies, and you go to a tarot and you get that, especially if the sun is there, especially if the star is there, that 10, the one, new beginnings. It's the end of that cycle. It's something new is starting. Um, it's beautiful. Two, duality. Three usually has to do with Jesus, with Yeshua. Four, um, protection. Eights are infinity. It's a true universal. Seven, sacredness. Nine, the cycle is completing. Okay. Um, trust it. Trust that you're connected. Trust that the universe wants to talk to you. Trust what you're seeing. It just might, it'll change your world. Okay? It'll change your world. Um, well, that's about all I have to say. So you guys have a beautiful day. And if you need an astrology, or Reiki / clairsentient, feeling through the senses, that's how I read. Um, you can get a hold of me at robinseclecticnest@gmail.com, or you can just um, leave me a note down there, in the comment section, and we can't see if we can't get together and help you out. If there's any subjects that you guys would like me to talk about, um, I would be very happy for suggestions. Um, because that's why I'm here. I want to know what you guys have questions about and what I can help you with. So you have a beautiful day, and shalom to you. Peace.